patreon.com/goth. This month, our topic is goth memes. I am Cadaver Kelly, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Dave and DJ Carnivorous. Hi, Dave.
Hello. I'm Dave.
Hey, Caroline.
Hello, all the way from Norway.
All right, before we introduce our guests, I just need to take a minute to mention our sponsor. This episode of Gothy Roundtable is brought to you by the Tears of Posers. Are you a goth music snob who got bullied in high school and want the perfect way to let everyone know you're better than them? Try the Tears of Posers. Okay, so our topic, as I said, is goth memes, and our next guest requires little introduction. You've seen his face shared around the goth corners of the internet. He sends baby bats running in fear. He validates no one's goth card, and he's here to dock you 1,000 goth points for breathing like a poser. He is the man, the myth, the meme, Elitist Joe. Welcome to the round table.
Well, I don't know if I'm exactly happy to be here. I guess I had nothing else better to do. Where do I start? Caroline, seen you DJing. Play some goth music, sure, but could be gother. Could be a lot gother. No, and you're in a bright lit room. I mean, what is with that? There is the partying in the dark. And you, Kelly, seen your videos taking this academic stance of studying goth music and squeezing all the essence out of it. So all that's left is a hollow shell of academia, leaving all the goth juice in a little glass. You know what happens to that goth juice? Over in Pennsylvania, yes? Pittsburgh, yes?
Yes.
I'm over in Adelaide, Australia. Now, I've got this straw. It comes from Adelaide, Australia, goes all the way Pittsburgh. I drink your goth juice!
Oh, no.
I drink it up. And Dave. Oh, Dave. He who used to moderate cults on Vampire Freaks, Dave. What happened, Dave? Now is the admin of Goth. He created Gothy Discord. What are you compensating for, Dave? Worst of the lot. Absolute worst of the lot. Oh, I cannot stand this guy. ATAC. Yes, him. The biggest poser of them all. Pegged him as one back in the day. He's still one now. He is writing about goth. He is DJing about goth. He's making videos about goth. He is dancing to goth music. He is even attempting to make goth memes. For shame. Who are you running from? Why are you so insecure about being a poser, ATAC? And I have to mention the last of the potential posers that are in the room right now. Hello, viewers. Everyone gets judged. Even you.
Okay, no one is safe. So, Elitist Joe, as both an elitist and a living meme, you are in an excellent position to sit on your throne and judge goth memes. So that's what we're here to do today. We've gathered a roundup of goth memes from all corners of the internet, and we want to hear your commentary on them, as well as a rating out of 5 bats. 1 bat being the worst rating, so basically the Morrissey, and 5 bats being a superb example of peak meme humor. So that the 5 bats would be more of the Robert Smith tier.
Beautiful.
So, Dave, you got our memes ready?
I got him. Give me 1 second.
Boy.
Here we go.
There are 2 wolves inside of you. One wants to wear fancy hats, elegant dresses, and corsets. The other wants to wear torn jeans, band shirts, and a leather jacket. They are both goth? What?
Goth.
What?
They're both goth.
They are both goth. Since when? It's fancy hats. Since when? I mean, come on. So, what? So we're going to wear some party hats now? And elegant dresses. We're going to dress up like little pretty princesses.
Well, that's what it means to be a goth, right, Elitist Joe? Fancy hats and ripped jeans.
And then that's not even touching the torn jeans. I mean, the band shirt, heads on the band. They don't even say what sort of band it is. It could be, I don't know, Nickelback could be. Be Nickelback, true. I mean, it could be a Nickelback fan. I don't know. How are we supposed to know? And a leather jacket. Are there patches on this leather jacket, or at least badges? We don't know. They're apparently goth. No mention of the music.
Outrageous.
So, what would you rate this meme, Joe?
I'm going to be generous.
I was going to
Give
say,
it-
I know you've seen worse. I'm
going to be generous and give it 1 torn pair of jeans out
One
of
torn pair of jeans.
1 torn pair of jeans.
All right.
1. That's being generous. Of course, you may think differently, but no one cares what you think because I'm the expert.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Dave, Caroline, what are your thoughts on this meme here?
I think it's like the classic meme setup. It's relatable and therefore funny. Because I too also want to look fancy, but also like a crust punk. So I can relate.
I do think it's relatable, and I do like the inside you there are 2 wolves format for memes. That's a pretty fun meme format.
2 wolves has been done to death.
It
Made another
has.
format
That
that's
has,
2
yeah.
bats. If you want to keep it goth, you got to put it either the 2 bats, 2 spiders, or something else. 2 wolves is just too metal.
Good point.
It's very metal. All right.
Isn't there literally called Power Wolf?
Oh, good point. God damn it.
I assume they're power metal.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Dave, what do you think of the wolves meme?
Yeah, as Caroline said there, I think many of us can relate that, you know.
Do you also want to wear elegant dresses and corsets, Dave?
Yes. All too often, I'm just sitting there. God damn it! I have grown out of this corset.
So next month, Dave, can we expect you to show up in a fancy hat?
Yeah, sure. That can be arranged.
All right, so let's see the next one.
All right, are we ready? Here we go.
Oh, I have to go first every time, do I?
Oh yeah, this is
Of course.
This is it's all about you, Joe.
Yeah.
You're the one judging.
all right. If I have to go first.
You got to show us the way.
Now, for those who can't read it, there's text in the way again.
It says, Bambi just heard this corrosion kick up on the dance floor.
Yep.
Well, of course, Bambi is goth because Bambi is black, right?
Of course.
Of course.
R/random black objects.
Bambi is, oh, of course. Of course, Bambi. I say that a lot, don't I? Bambi is bounding, and well, because of this corrosion. But Bambi should be dancing. This corrosion is playing. You should be dancing, not leaping around like an idiot. Be gone, Bambi. Be gone.
So, what do we rate this meme, Joe?
It's a little better than the last one. At least it mentions goth music. Unless there's another song called This Corrosion I don't know about.
Oh, you haven't heard the typo negative?
What?
That's a joke.
Oh.
We do not joke about such things.
Outrageous.
Very. I will not tell you the consequences of what will happen. Been warned.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm on thin ice.
You want a rating? You want a rating? Fine. I will give this one a 3 leaping idiots out of 3 leaping idiots. Out of 5 leaping idiots.
Okay, so 60%.
They should be dancing. They should be
Alright.
dancing. If they were
That is
dancing,
true.
it might be a 4.
Yeah. Hearing this corrosion,
It's not a pogo party.
I feel like hearing this corrosion should like trigger an automatic dance response out of any goth. Like it should be an involuntary, like a true goth, it should be an involuntary kind of reaction to hearing that stimuli. You have to start dancing. It's the law. Goth
You
police
start
over
it
here.
with. Oh!
When I hear those voices in that choir, it's my ears perk up and I know
Like,
my feet are
immediately
just gonna know
stand
what to
up.
do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now is the time.
Like, even though that song has been played to death, you will still, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I know. I like to think I'm above it. I like to think I'm above being that cliche. But I went to the club a couple weeks ago. That was the first time I was at the club since the pandemic, because around here everyone's like vaccinated now and things are getting back to normal. And I heard those choir voices. I heard the tune. It was like I got so excited, and it was so dumb because I hear that song all the time. I've heard that song 1,000,001 times, but I got so excited when I heard that come on at the club.
No, no.
Yeah, I probably
It's
would
good enough
too.
for Gary King. It's good enough for you.
Yes.
Right? Right?
All right. So, Dave and Caroline, any thoughts on your end for Goth Bambi?
My only other critique is that, of course, it's a joke about this corrosion. Like, there's so many memes about this corrosion. Like, pick another song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same on that because, I mean, how many times have we not heard a meme or a joke about Sisters of Mercy or this corrosion?
It's
Yeah, I'm
specifically
sure, like,
about the
this
dance floor.
meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think there's one with, like, when the elder goths hear this song, they will go out on the dance floor. Like,
And it's always
Yep.
this corrosion. It's usually this corrosion.
yeah.
Temple of
I mean,
Love.
Temple of
They will
Temple
fight
of
a
Love,
war over. They should play the '92 version or the original.
Team
Oh.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well.
You gotta go. You have to go with the Some Girls Wander version.
Damn
Yeah, because
right.
like I'm pretty sick of the in Norwegian I call it the vocal fapping of Ofra Hata.
Right.
Like, stop it.
All right, you can't. That's the highest note we're gonna get on this meme. So let's check out the next one.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
All right, Elitist Joe.
My only complaint here, it's completely not goth oriented at all. It's a general meme. You could be into, I don't know, pop, psychedelic, prog, country. It could be about
Is
that.
that a genre? Pop, psychedelic, prog, country? I want to hear that genre.
I've got no idea if it exists,
It probably does.
but if
Probably.
it does, there's probably someone playing it on Bandcamp. There's probably nobody buying it on Bandcamp, and they can buy it for even less and have nobody buy it on Friday. Because it's Friday. It's Friday. You got to get down on Friday. Fun. Fun. Fun.
That's
Fun. Fun.
yeah, another classic goth anthem right there. 'Cause
Yeah.
her last name's Black, Rebecca Black.
Oh my.
Yes.
uh,
That's my only complaint. So I guess give it 2 Fridays out of 5 Fridays.
okay.
It's nice to get cheap music, but that's all the cheap music. If it was only the goth music on sale, then we've got something special.
Nice. I love
But the
this
problem
meme.
is, it'll be all this music tagged goth that isn't goth, and the real goth music will probably be full price because they've got no bloody idea.
You know, I saw a goth band, or maybe it was a post-punk band on Bandcamp. One of the tags that they, one of the genre tags they used on their page was avant garbage, and
Nice.
I love it. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna start saying that now. I would describe myself as avant garbage. So,
I don't think I'm
but-
cool enough for avant garbage.
yeah.
Like
Is it
what?
related to, like, I don't know, Euro trash? Is that a, actually, no, I was thinking
Or
Euro dance.
Toilet goth.
Well, that's not quite garbage, that's more sewage.
Yeah, it's more sewage than garbage. This meme, I love this meme because Bandcamp Fridays started during the pandemic. Because the artists weren't making any money, they weren't going out and touring and doing their normal shows. So Bandcamp made it so, hey, on Fridays, we'll waive our portion of the fees and all the proceeds go to the artist. So that was pretty cool. And this meme kind of captures that like completely. Like the world is like, burning to the ground. But hey, Bandcamp Friday tomorrow. So I think this is a pretty solid meme. Dave, Caroline.
Yeah,
What do we
this
think?
past year, because we have had no events or anything to go to, I've spent most of my money on Bandcamp Fridays. Like, as you can see.
Oh yeah, I bought a lot of records during the pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Dave, what, you like this meme?
Yeah, I like it myself. Mainly because, Bandcamp Friday, glorious idea. May have spent a little bit too much there during this time.
We all
Just a
did.
tad. I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
easily like €100 or more every time.
Right.
Meme's fine, it just needs more goth.
Okay,
more
so
Come on.
let's see if the next one is goth enough for you. All right.
All right. Here we go.
Oh,
It's beauty.
I assume it's just the face and there's no difference in the text, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
I
the
can't
face.
see.
Oh, look, it's yet another Cure meme. Yay. Gee, the most commonly memed band in goth. Wow. It has a cat on it. Woo. Cats are great, but this doesn't really do anything. I'm going to take a well-known, fairly iconic Cure album and stick a cat on it that kind of looks unimpressed. Well, I am unimpressed. I'm going to rate this 1 unimpressed cat head out of 5 unimpressed cat heads.
Okay.
I like
I
it.
think this one's pretty funny because the cat face does look like Robert Smith's face.
Yeah, it looks like Robert Smith as a furry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this one's pretty silly. To Joe's point, though, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of like wit or clever humor that went into this one. I do disagree. I feel like Sisters of Mercy are maybe more memes than The Cure. Although The Cure is up there. The Cure is pretty memed.
Yeah.
Aye.
All right. So Caroline, Dave, what are your thoughts on this meme?
I don't think I have anything more to add than that.
Yeah, neither kind of. As a cat lover, I love it because it's cat. But otherwise, nothing really.
Okay. All right. So on to the next meme.
Here we go.
Okay, I like that one. This is a much better cat meme.
It's a beauty.
Yes, this is better. This is a lot better. It took me a while to look at it there. It's like I'm focusing on the picture, then I see the text underneath, and it's like, ha!
I actually have painted, okay, let me see. That on my jacket. I should have done it as a cat.
Aye. It's very nice. Very nice.
So this must be a pretty recent meme because they're kind of doing like a whole like modern mirror take on this.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I guess Modern Mirror was like 2 years ago now, wasn't it?
Oh God, don't say that. What is time?
Is it that long ago? What?
Yeah,
God. God.
because it was somewhere pre-pandemic, right?
Oh no, yeah, it's true
Yeah,
because
right.
I have I got the Drab Majesty Modern Mirror COVID masks. And I have them I have them like pinned to a bulletin board with like a little I wrote a little placard that says Drab Majesty COVID-19 mask 2020 because they're going to be an interesting piece of music memorabilia in the future with that kind of like historical tie to the pandemic.
True. I have a bunch of masks from Gothicat.
All right, so Elitist Joe, let's hear your rating on the Drab Majesty cat.
Oh, first of all, does the world really need a cat dressed as Napoleon?
We're doomed.
But at the same time, within alternative culture, punk, and sometimes goth, PVC is a common clothing item, and sometimes people have even used trash bags as clothing.
Hey, avant-garde.
So in that respect, avant-garbage, there we go. We found the connection.
Oh my god, when clubs open up here, I'm going dressed as that.
Avant-garbage Napoleon cat.
It's like a way to protect your hair from rain.
Yes, that works.
Genius.
Don't know how it would work. You might want to bring like a knife or some scissors to cut the bag away, but
Probably.
then
I
you can have it
actually
draped
saw,
down as a headpiece.
When I saw The Cure, I was wearing one of those, those festival ponchos they give out? I was wearing one of those, and like my hair was standing up inside it. It looked ridiculous.
You gotta protect the hair though. If you put like how long into getting it that tall, maybe like an hour, 2 hours, something like that.
No, I used like 10 minutes. But
Oh,
actually,
wow, you're good.
I flew across the country with like my hair done and everything, and it lasted until right before The Cure went on stage.
Oh,
So I give it a rating. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one 4 Napoleon garbage bag cats out of 4 Napoleon garbage bag cats. Because it's fairly unique, it's well done, and garbage accessories are good.
I agree.
Oh,
Right,
look
right.
at that! It's our first meme that's Elitist Joe approved. All right.
It's
Official
pretty unique. You
stamp
got to
of
give it
approval.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
was pretty funny. It
This
cracks
is
me up.
good use of cat.
All right, so we found ourselves the first winner. Okay, what's the next meme?
Yep, the next meme, here we go. Oh, that's gonna be hard to see. One second.
Yeah, so you gotta be familiar with these, this movie and this show to get
Yeah.
it, I guess.
I know all the references here, so let's see. It's got layers though.
It's got layers. What is it, an onion?
Yeah, it's
Let's see
got
like
layers
this.
like an onion.
There we go. Should be more visible.
Can you see it, Joe?
I can. I think I've seen this one before. Probably have. Looks familiar. I'm just trying to read the text, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also checking to see if there's text on the left, which there is none, which makes sense.
I hear Bela Lugosi's
And
dead
it
in my
is
head
very, very accurate. Took me a while. If I could see it better, I would have got it sooner. But yeah, for those who don't know, it's a reference to the movie The Hunger, and a reference to What We Do in the Shadows. So then,
Yeah.
if you know those references, you might get it. It took me a minute to get it because I thought, hang on, that looks familiar. Where did I remember that from?
I feel like true Goths are going to understand both of those references.
now. Yep.
Right?
And it is so true. So true. So I'm going to give this 5 traffic cone wizard hats out of 5 traffic cone wizard hats.
Okay, another Elitist Joe approved meme.
This is funny.
All right.
This is good.
We're on a better
This
streak
is what
here
memes
now.
should be. Memes should be entertaining, and this is extremely entertaining.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right,
definitely.
and Caroline, I think you're the one who picked this meme.
Yeah. I'm one of those
Have chosen
stereotypical-
wisely.
I'm very stereotypical, and of course, love something that refers to vampires. I
Oh,
actually
yeah,
just
whoa.
read the Hunger book, which was really good. So if you like the movie, you should definitely check that out. And I just ordered a DVD of it too, because I want to rewatch it. It's like everywhere where it's streaming, at least for me, you have to like pay to rent it on top of the streaming service, which is just stupid. So I just bought it on DVD instead. And I'm also really excited for season 3 of What We Do in the Shadows show.
Yes.
It comes out
Oh,
in
yeah.
September.
Yep.
So I'm
That
gonna
is-
rewatch
Nice.
probably the movie and the 2 last seasons before that happens.
That's one of the few TV shows that I will actually watch. I rarely watch TV, but when a new season of What We Do in the Shadows drops, I gotta go watch it.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the
Likewise.
ones that I'll spend a weekend binge watching that. All right, so Dave, what do you think of this meme?
I really like it. As a fan of vampires and Bauhaus, you know. So I'm gonna go with the flow here and just give it a huge thumbs up because it's brilliant and so true.
And it's original. I do like
Yeah.
that it's not leaning on one of the cliche like goth meme jokes.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. All right, so let's check out the
Original
next
always
one.
earns points.
Yeah, when it's not one of those templates,
And
basically.
it's funny and it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the format is like a classic meme format setup. The expectation versus reality. But the execution is original for a goth meme. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the
All
next
templates
one.
are popular for a reason.
Exactly.
It's how
Oh,
you
this
use
one's
it.
All right.
This one is so good as well.
This is one of those that will maybe ruffle some feathers.
Yep.
Well, Elitist Joe's not afraid to do
People are
that.
going to out themselves.
Oh, yes.
As we have seen in online spaces, right?
This is a great way to sift out the posers.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Does someone want to do the second voice? Because I'll do the first one.
I can do it.
I'll do the second one.
All right.
I'm the dumbest man alive!
Goth is apolitical.
You're clearly dumber. So dramatic enough.
Yes.
Masterpiece.
It was, very well acted.
I tend to believe in the William Shatner school of overacting. With a few extra lessons in the Nicolas Cage school of overacting.
Perfect.
Too soon, too soon.
All right. So,
What do I think of this meme?
yes.
It mentions Goth, so it gets points for that. It refers to politics in Goth, which is always a contentious subject for some, but for the rest of it, it's like, well, no shit. And it's true. We could launch some great big debate into Goth being political or not right now, just based on this meme, and I'm sure the many places that it's been posted, that's exactly what's happened.
Oh, I did not
People
check the comments.
cannot help themselves. Never read the comments. And if you dive in, bring popcorn.
Yeah.
You're going to be there sometime.
Yep.
And so, in that respect, I would say I'm going to give it 3 apolitical crowns out of 5 apolitical crowns.
Okay.
Because it's relevant, solid, not the best, not the worst. It's good. It's okay.
All right. Fair enough. I definitely
Does
like
the
this
job.
meme. Yeah, I think I would agree with Joe's thoughts on this because I really like the sentiment, and it wasn't overly clever. It was a little more on the lazy side to convey that message, but it's a good message, and it's still kind of funny. Like the actual like visual graphics of it and the concept is kind of funny. So I agree. I've laughed harder at memes, but I like the spirit of this one.
Good meme, you should be able to understand it fairly easy without having to overthink it.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for that.
No.
Yeah, it's basically just the truth. And I've been seeing a lot recently where bands have been, making some political statements or something, and there will always be some people in the comments, and it's so funny to see the band themselves shut them down.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what art is for. Whether it's music or any form of art, it's meant to convey a message. It's a great vehicle to do that. So it's it's kind of the nature of an alternative subculture, especially the ones that branched out of punk, like Goth did. So.
Yeah, I think I saw a post recently. I think it was Cocteau Twins. I don't remember what it was, but they shut down some
that
guy.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds familiar to me. I feel like I saw that. Now I forget the context, but yeah, I did see something about that online.
Yeah, there has been a lot of these similar discussions as this meme in online spaces. I mean, I've seen it a ton on the Reddit. I've seen it quite a bit even in Gothy Discord as well. Especially in our introduction section, where it tends to get heated a bit when people get challenged. So I think it's very
when
relevant.
the gates are up.
Yep, exactly. Our tiny little gate.
The cemetery gate.
Exactly.
It's
All right.
very easy to get over, but people trip themselves.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check out the next meme.
Alright, here we go. Oh, that one's
You
coming
need to
in.
make that bigger.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my god, this one.
I think this will work-ish.
Oh, I think I know what this meme is already.
Alright. So the one at the top there says trad goths.
Yeah, so it says trad goths. You always act like you're better than me. And on the bottom there, it says camouflage pants guy, person who brags about liking Rob Zombie, and women who wear Susie Sue makeup but don't like goth music.
They exist.
Start with the term trad goths is. What is a trad goth? What is a trad? It's a trad. Really? Someone tell me, what's a trad? For traditional goth? Or what's a traditional goth?
Yeah,
True
I feel like.
goths.
Well, I feel like.
You have goth. You have not goths.
Yeah, I was
what's
about
a
to say.
traditional
I
goth?
feel like there's nothing traditional about goth. Isn't that kind of the whole thing? Is that it's like
Exactly.
you know, it's a subculture, an alternative subculture. It's alternative, so
Even-
it's not
Even
traditional.
when people say traditional style or trad style, it's like, there is no traditional style because it was all different.
Yeah, I feel
Yep.
like people who came up with trad goth and use it are the people who, you know, think that, I don't know, fucking cyber goth or new goth,
Yeah.
pastel goth is a thing.
You've got to
So they're
say
like,
it right. You have to say trad goth.
Fucking conformists.
Must conform to trad goth.
Pick your type.
It sounds almost like extreme sort of noise. Trad goth. Oh no, it's got electrolytes. Trad goth. It's got black.
Yeah.
All right.
With the meme itself, okay, so you've got camo pants guy. What was the comment? You guys always act like you're better than me.
Yeah.
Camo pants guy, probably referring to industrial musicians. Yes,
Yeah.
they often do that, and for a long time they did. Nowadays, times are changing. Getting to swing the other way nowadays.
Oh yeah, the goths are they're taking back their power.
And what was the other one in the middle? Was
A person who brags about liking Rob Zombie.
Oh.
that's
good.
kind of in the whole new metal Braundo thing.
Mallcore
Anyway,
shock
so-
rock type of stuff. The mallcore shock rock, Mansonites.
Still
like that.
amazes me that there is actually a nostalgic resurgence of Molgoth happening right now.
yeah.
It
I
just
can't.
seems
I
weird.
can't believe
It's like
it. God, was it not painful enough the first time we did that shit?
What?
and these people think they're better than the trad goth. I mean, really? Whatever this trad, I'm assuming the trad goth means actual goths, and they're like, okay, they think they're better. And the last one was a woman who wears Susie makeup but doesn't like goth music. So she wears Susie makeup from an artist that was in goth. She doesn't like her music.
Well, here's the thing. I'm assuming that's from people who saw other people wearing that makeup on Instagram. So then they're not wearing the makeup because of Susie. They're wearing the makeup because they saw other goths wearing that makeup, or they saw goth people wearing that makeup.
That is so strange to me.
Likewise.
But here's the thing, though. I think the meme has it backwards. It should be those guys at the top, with the caption, "You think you're better than me," and the trad goths at the bottom.
And then the trad goth is like, yeah, because I am.
Yeah, exactly. If it's the meme would work if it's an elitist joke, or a gatekeeping joke, then it would work. It would be funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Well, at least 2 from that. You can laugh at that from either side, but it's kind of backwards. It's like,
Yeah,
I've
this
yet
is
to
not
see
how
anyone-
it plays out. This is never how
Yeah.
it plays out, and we know that.
it's just badly made. How do I score? If it was the other way around, I would probably score it, say, a 3 or a 4 trad goths out of 5 trad goths. But since it's backwards, I'm going to score it as 1 complainy Meg out of 5 complainy Megs.
Okay.
Alright.
So that
That's
is
Meg
fair.
Griffin.
Yep.
All right. So let's see the next meme.
Right, gonna enlarge that one as well.
Oh, you're making us read.
Oh, I can actually read this one.
Good, good.
Okay, so I'll read it to the viewers. It says, Punk, the world is fucked and I'm pissed. Emo, the world is fucked and I'm sad. Goth, the world is fucked, but there's beauty. Ska, the world is fucked. I have a trumpet.
Missing one. Metal, I fuck the world.
All right, he's got to take a drag of a cigarette for this one.
I guess I'll take the
Okay.
drag of a sneeze.
I find it a bit hard to even consider this a meme because it's just a screen cap for a start. A few of those get shared like memes nowadays, so I don't even know if you consider that a format. The
Oh,
world
so
is
we're
fucked and I'm
gatekeeping
pissed.
what makes it meme now.
Damn right we are. I've made statements and screen capped them before, and I wouldn't even call those memes.
Okay.
It's like, I'm going to give you an example. There was a post I found that I made a few years ago where a friend of mine was going to an event called Astral Lotus, which is basically a rave event out in the middle of the country, and talked about all the stuff he packed and saying he packed lots of food. And I said, you're going to a doof. You don't need to pack food. All the DJs have to do is play the music backwards. Bam, you've got food. Doof spelled D-O-O-F.
Aye.
It's a dad joke. It's a terrible dad joke. I wouldn't even call that a meme. Thought it was funny at the time, and so did he. So, yeah. But anyway, we're not focusing on that. But that's just an example. That's just conversations people try and turn into memes now too. I mean, some of them clearly constructed. So, but if they're funny, I guess they work. But this, the world is fucked, and I'm pissed. That is Punk. So yeah, that's true. The world is fucked, and I'm sad for emo. If you talk to a lot of emo people, they would say that isn't necessarily true.
Some people would say that about goth too. Some people think
Exactly.
that goth is bad.
Yeah, the world
Bad
is
music.
fucked, but there's beauty. Beauty in what?
Beauty in the darkness, obviously.
That's not darkness
Oh,
they're
God,
talking
I
about. They're
know.
talking about beauty in the fucked.
Beauty in
I
the
mean,
Is beauty in the fucked. And then, of course, Scar being the world is fucked, I have a trumpet. Of course I have a trumpet, it's Scar.
that's pretty funny. You know, I was at an outdoor music festival recently, and this band comes on. These guys, they all are wearing like Hawaiian shirts and stuff, and then they pull out a trumpet, and I looked at my friend who was with me, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a ska band." And she's just like,
Hawaiian Scar band.
and she was like, maybe. Because we saw them pull out all their brass instruments. And she's like, maybe they'll surprise us and be like a swing jazz band. And I looked at her and I was like, look at those guys. They're about to play some ska. And it was like I ran to get another drink and I guess they started playing. And I got a bunch of messages from my friend who was with me. And she was like, I'm being tortured by ska right now.
Death by Scar. Da, 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 da.
Oh my god. All right.
At least they've got the suits ready for the funeral. Most of the bands.
So, David, Carolina, thoughts on this? Well, we'll for the sake of time, we'll
I'm
call
not
it a
even going to
meme.
give it a score because I don't see it as even being a meme. You are
Okay,
not
so-
worthy.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. We'll gatekeep it. Dave, Caroline, how do you like this screen cap?
It's kind of
I'm-
amusing.
I'm pretty sick of the whole there's beauty in the darkness thing,
Oh, I
and
know,
people
yeah.
thinking that that's
This is
what
beauty
Goth
in
is
the
about.
fucked.
Beauty in the
Beauty
fuck.
in the fuck.
Beauty in the
That's-
fucked.
There is beauty in the fuck.
Next time I see someone say that, Goth is about, finding beauty in the darkness, I'll say, we'll find
it's
some
not.
beauty in the fucked.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confuse them, and then they'll say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, what do you mean by beauty in the darkness?
Right?
Exactly.
Both pretty arbitrary.
Aye. And I
Yeah.
agree completely with Caroline on that. That it's a non-thing.
Yeah. But I have a trumpet makes the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah. That's funny. All
That's
right.
the punchline.
So my friends also said to me, could you imagine living next door to a ska band, like hearing trumpets at all times of the day? And I was like, oh my god.
Yes, that would be horrible.
All right, so the next meme.
Here we go.
Oh, is
What's
this
another
even a
screen
meme?
cap? It's another
Another screen cap.
so-
Oh my god.
Yeah, now we have to qualify whether they're memes or not. So
Not a meme. Not a meme.
Oh, I'll read this one though. FYI, I'm goth now. I do goth stuff. Read a poem. Cry on a bridge. Spend my life savings on a boot. Do Halloween in summer times. Drive right by a church without even saying thank you, God. Listen to 80s music and dance like slow motion bird. Goth stuff.
Oh my god.
Somewhat relatable.
Like, okay, the do Halloween in summer times, spend my life savings on a boot, and
Yeah,
listen
the
to
save
80s
my life
music
savings
and
on a boot.
dance like a slow bird.
Dance like
Definitely
a slow
relatable.
motion bird. I did like
Cry on
the
a
part
bridge.
about
I've never heard cry on
Cry?
the bridge.
On a bridge.
What is
Cry
that?
on a bridge. Spend my life savings on a boot. One boot.
You
one
won.
boot, yeah. Well,
Just
you know,
one.
goth pikes, they're
One.
not cheap.
Oh.
Halloween in summertime. Well, what do we need to do Halloween for? We're doing our stuff every day. We don't need Halloween. Halloween's for regular people to dress up as us.
Halloween is every day, and every day is Halloween is not a goth song.
Damn
But
right.
it's a great song, though. It fucking slaps.
Drive right by a church without even saying thank you, God. That sounds more like a black metal thing to do.
Uh,
Except they
Oh,
Wouldn't
probably
that be
throw lit
drive right
matches
by
at
a
the
church
church.
without even setting it on fire?
I was about to say, black metal, they're gonna do a lot more than that with the church. They're gonna do a lot more than snub it.
Yep.
It's like, oh, look, I'm driving. But it would be more like drive by a church and go, oh, look at that wonderful architecture.
Yep.
Listen to 80s music and dance like a slow motion bird.
That's pretty accurate, I would say.
Depends on the 80s music.
It also depends on how long you've been on the dance floor, because I feel like at the start of the night, when you first get on the dance floor, you have that high energy, you're really like getting into it, and then by the end of the night, you start to get tired, you do the stand and sway. You've had a few too many drinks, you're tired, stand and sway, that's the end of the night kind of a dance.
I'm kind of questioning if the person who made this joke is even goth, to be honest.
He says he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FYI, I'm a goth now.
The post. Oh, because he says he's goth. We have to believe him. Because if I say that I am a hip-hop MC, people have to believe me. I don't have to
Elitist
do
Joe.
anything to prove it. Well,
MC Elitist Joe, you about to
one
throw
of
down
my-
some beats?
one of
He's listing
my
his
alternate
credentials.
DJing things was DJ Jelly, who is also known as the Mixmaster Meme.
Mixmaster meme, yes.
But that's another personality. So, but
we got
I don't know.
another guy.
Real goths don't advertise like this. Get me, I'm too fucking goth now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on.
All right, so what are we rating this one?
I have to. If we're going to play along and say, well, it might be a meme because people might share it like one, I don't know. I'll maybe. I can't get over the cry on a bridge. I'm going to give it 1 FYI over 5 FYIs.
All right. So, let's move along to the next meme.
Here we go.
You can tell this one is old as shit.
Uh-huh.
I want some Gothy chocolate.
Alright. Sounds delicious.
Is it black? Dairy?
That's a good question.
Not black.
It's not black. Well, it's going to lose points for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not black enough.
Yeah, it's just like there's
it has
less
to be black to
cocoa
be
in
goth,
it.
right?
It needs more cocoa. It needs to be like
Less
90%.
cocoa. Less cocoa. Has it at least got coffee in it?
I guess not.
I guess
But like,
on
look
you.
at that milk jug. It's like white with red spots in it. What the hell?
You know, the white with red spots is very, not, or, I was about to say Switchblade Symphony. No, Strawberry Switchblade. It's very Strawberry Switchblade.
Yeah, which is not goth.
Yeah, not goth. But, you know, pretty much any goth will understand that reference, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The reference is good. The execution is a little bit off. I'll give it a 3 chocolates out of 5 chocolates, but could have done better. So it's decent.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I would agree. Dave, Caroline.
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny, but you know.
Yeah. It's pretty good, but
It's funny enough.
exactly.
Yeah. And I wonder who that guy is. Is he real?
Maybe some stolen picture from Wave Gothic Traffin or something.
I was
Yeah,
about to
probably.
say that looks like one of the like pictures of like Vigete.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. So let's check out the next meme because this one speaks for itself.
Oh, bigger.
Yeah, this one needs to be bigger. There we go. If we can get this in here somewhere. So it's visible. Alright.
Oh,
I've seen this one before.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a little bit visible, otherwise I can read it up.
You know, surprisingly enough, I don't see a ton of memes about Joy Division. I see so
Right?
many about The Cure and Sisters of
Oh, I
Mercy.
see a fair few about Joy Division.
Oh, really?
Lately, I've
Yes.
seen a lot of people who have like ironed out the Unknown Pleasures graphic.
Change it
or-
into something else and things
Yeah.
like that. Or the She's Lost Control one with the control key missing on the keyboard.
Oh,
or
you're
the
right. You're
remote
right.
control.
I've
Are a
seen a lot of
few
Ian
around.
Curtis. You know, now that you say it, I have seen a lot of Ian Curtis memes, and I've seen a lot of Unknown Pleasures memes.
Well, they're one
so-
of the more well-known bands, and they have crossover appeal.
Yeah.
But that's the only problem here of calling it a goth meme, is it is actually debatable if Joy Division even count as goth.
Oh, it's a proto
to
goth
start.
meme.
Yep.
I would say, as far as goth subculture goes, totally relevant though.
Yeah, I call them proto goth, since they're kind of like a little before goth, but I think they're kind of like a precursor, or like the closest thing in the evolutionary chain before goth.
That was the thing, though. While they were doing their thing, Manchester, goth stuff was happening elsewhere. So they kind of lived in their own little bubble.
Yeah, and Manchester was kind of a unique ecosystem, like the whole Factory Records, like Hacienda, sort of, all that stuff going on. It had its own flavor to it. Well, I mean, I guess different regions did, but they were in the UK, and they were kind of their own separate bubble from some of that like Leeds UK like goth rock stuff that was happening in that time period. They were the Manchester scene, I think, went a little more new wave in the 80s, like the early 80s after Joy Division, and New Order being the hallmark band on Factory Records certainly played into that.
Yeah, overall though, it's fine.
It's fine.
Songs are there. It's fine. 3 19s out of 5 19s. It's fine.
All right.
Can't really laugh at it because there's not really much to laugh at because it's a COVID joke. But it is what it is.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have no commentary on this. It's kind of it speaks for itself. And I agree with Joe. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like rediscovered kind of a lot of songs and stuff that actually feel relevant to this day and age.
Joy Division, anytime you're going through like rough stuff in life, you can find some Joy Division music to be the soundtrack, that's for sure.
That is very true indeed.
All right. So what's the next meme?
All right, the next one. It's a beauty, this one. So good.
Now that is relatable.
Right?
Oh boy.
Oh yes, this one is so good.
Would have been even funnier if they actually applied pastel colours to the third panel.
That is very true, yeah.
That would have really driven the point home. Yeah, that's good. I've seen other variants similar to it, but this presentation is, pretty great, I think.
Yeet, as the kids say.
I'll give this... It's quite a funny scene from the movie too, how that happens. It's like, you don't expect it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what else can be said? If you go around saying, hi, I'm Pastel Goth, you kind of leave yourself open to these things, don't you?
Yeah. And for the record, I am not a pastel goth. My hair has just faded. Okay? Okay.
It was a tragic accident.
Yeah.
This is what you get for going out in the sun.
Yeah.
Shame.
I even
Got her
jumped
some
in the
goth
ocean a
points.
week ago.
The horror.
No.
Sun in the ocean. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, there were
I'm trying to
fucking
look at what
stingrays and
flowers.
shit. Or no, not
Flowers is she
stingrays.
holding? Are they daisies?
Those
just gonna call them
jellyfish that burn
daisies.
you. What are those things called in English?
Yeah, they do look like daisies.
Yeah.
I'll give it 4 daisies out of 5 daisies.
Poor daisies.
Okay. All right.
I'm certainly not rating it in pastel goths.
I like this meme too. It's pretty funny. I like this format too. I would like to see this format reused a little more often because I think you could squeeze some
nice
good jokes
panel.
out of that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Yeah,
like
you
that
could
other one
use,
with when they're in the office and the people say different things and one person suggests something off and they get thrown out the window.
Tossing the guy
But
out
that's
the
a little
window.
more
Yeah.
violent.
This
Yeah.
one's
This
a
is
little
better.
more. This one's a little more like dark and spooky for the goths.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you can use this for the people who say goth is apolitical. You can use this for those beauty in the darkness people. Goth is about fashion. All of that.
yeah.
If you really had to, you could even make a Morrissey meme, but please don't. There are too many of them already.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
Looking at you, lazy meme makers.
this also reminds me a bit about that. I think it was the first one I saw of these against pastel goth meme things, when I think it is someone who is supposed to be a goth is like jumping over everything with their legs spread like a goddamn ninja, and then the floor is just big letters pastel goth.
Oh, yeah. The floor is lava meme.
Yeah.
That's the meme format. I made one for my Facebook page because I make occasional goth memes. I made one where the floor is lava, the guy jumping in the air, it said my bank account, and the floor says Vape Gothic Treffen. So...
Right.
Worth it though.
Mhm.
I'm saving my penny. I'll come out. I don't know. Probably not next year. We'll see.
Why are people mentioning Kat Von D in the comments?
What triggered that?
He needs to be
Oh.
yeeted.
Was
Yeah.
regarding
Are they talking about people who need to go to Yeatsville?
Kat
Maybe,
Von
yeah.
D had a pastel goth eyeshadow palette.
exactly.
Oh,
That was
you know
what's
what?
funny.
Yeeter. Like have Frankenstein Yeeter.
Double yeet for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll yeet Kat Von D. We don't
Is her
even
further?
need. We don't even need a I mean, she's given us enough reasons over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Just drop the name and yeet it out of here. All right. So next meme.
Yep. Next meme. Here we go.
Okay. Oh yeah, I
Classic.
like this one. So
Yep.
the first one's a teenager wearing a Roz Williams Christian Death t-shirt. It says, "In my teens, it's not a phase." And then the second picture is same person but middle-aged wearing the wrong Christian Death, the Valor Christian Death t-shirt, and it says, "Oh God, it really wasn't."
It's a classic.
I think if they did it with a band that wasn't Christian Death, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Or instead, you have the second one, same Christian Death t-shirt, but it's faded.
Yeah, the fact that they did, I don't think it's realistic that someone who started out on Raw's Christian Death is going to be in the
Most Christian
Rock in the
Death fans
Valor.
hate
Yeah.
Valor.
Yeah.
should be
Personally, I
opposite.
don't mind either, but that's just me. Most people don't. When I was sort of coming up in the 90s, they were playing the new Valor Christian Death in the clubs. So that was actually the first stuff I even recognised as Christian Death.
Yeah.
Before
Well, I
I
mean,
learned
it
about
was
the
a
Roz
new
stuff.
release. Yeah, when it was
Yeah.
a new release. So,
I mean, they
let's
did
be
play the Ross
honest.
stuff too. I just didn't know it at the time.
let's be honest, this is not a realistic progression here from a young Roz fan growing up
Like
to
from
be
teens to
to turn
40s?
Valor.
Goth, yes. Going from teens to 40s, liking the two different stages of Christian Death. Yeah.
I feel like a baby
I mean-
bat made this.
Probably.
Wouldn't surprise me, yeah.
Possibly. I mean, I'll give it points for the in my teens to in my 40s of it's not a phase part sort of thing. That's a good joke. The t-shirt kind of ruins it a little bit for me. So, I will give it 2 phases out of 5 phases,
Okay. Yeah, I think
but not a lot.
I think that the T-shirt added a bit of complication to the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
This reminds me of those memes with like the we have Christian Death at home, and the Christian Death at home is the Valor.
Oh,
Oh,
and
yeah,
Valor,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
funny.
you know what would have been really great if they did say Christian Death and then, I don't know, Bloody Dead and Sexy. You were a death rock
Yes.
band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show that
They're
you stuck
not
with the
new
music
anymore,
and you've
Joe.
lived with it.
They're not that new anymore, Joe. We're talking like Bloody Dead and Sexy was like, what, like 15 years ago or something.
But still,
Still
they're
after
newer than Christian
2000.
Death.
Newer than Christian Death, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
I
like
don't
Horror
know.
Vakui.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just trying to think of a newer example, and that's just what popped into my head.
Oh, I've been really loving the Death Rock lately. Horror Vakui, Detoxy, Tears for the Dying, Mystic Priestess. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yep.
But let's not go into a Death Rock rabbit hole. Maybe we should do an episode about Death Rock.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So the next meme. Oh yeah.
Very relatable. I have done this similar joke so many times over the years. So many times.
Well punned, very relevant.
I just had to.
Right?
I'm gonna take off a point for using Gothic font.
Yeah. 2 on the nose.
Gothic font is the sort of thing tattoo parlors use,
Oh god.
not goths. And they normally don't relate it to goth. It's normally related to more like gang culture and bikies.
But they use like just some random green like word art. I do think it's kind of funny that
Random green is fine, but they could have picked a different font for the goth bit. It's a bit too, I don't know, kind of cliche. It's like, oh, we're going to use Gothic font because goth.
yeah, 2 on the nose.
So I'm going to say, overall though, it's great. And you know the whole pun of you Winkle picked the wrong goth to mess with. That said, though, we're not exactly aggressive, so it is a little on the aggressive side.
Yeah, but pikes are so perfect for kicking someone
The
in the
pikes
butthole.
are good. Oh yes, that is
Yeah, you
true.
don't even have to be that aggressive about it when you have a weapon on your feet.
Right?
Or a kick in the eye.
Yep. Kick in the eye.
Hey.
Bear house reference there.
Yeah.
So I guess I will. Let's see if I'm going to rate it. I might also use pikes for this one. I will give it 4 pikes out of 5.
Nice. I
Very
love
nice.
this one just because it's so fucking stupid.
I only lost a point for the font.
Yeah.
I love this one. It's so stupid. And it is just like a pun. And you know, I love my winkle pickers, love my pikes. So yeah. I love this meme.
Right.
Dave, Caroline.
All right.
Yeah, I would also give it like a 4.
Yeah. I'll probably go with a 4 as well, as someone who has worn pikes for years and loves them, and have also done a similar joke like all the time for many years now. It's just close to home.
Yeah, and to Joe's point about it being too aggressive, I think that's almost like the joke, though, is that it's like, you know, it's very sarcastic. Like it doesn't actually mean that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Overall, good meme. Sounds like it's Elitist Joe approved. So what is the next meme that we have in our deck?
You know another one that would work, that could actually work with it? On your pike, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this one.
Is a bit hard to read, but I can read it for anyone that can't read it.
All right. Yeah. Let's read it for the viewers.
All right. So the first image, I'm gonna go from, you know, as you'd read a comic. So, what goth bands do you like? Motionless in White. What? Come on. No. Evanescence. Wrong. Black Veil Brides. Gah! What are they teaching this place?
As the moderator of Gothy Discord.
They teach Posonomics 101.
Right?
It's clearly what they teach.
Hey, the mall
For
court
those-
stuff is back apparently. Why? I don't know. Why? It was bad enough the first time around, and now I don't know. It's giving me like bad teenage years, like flashbacks.
Yep.
Yep.
And I can't believe like Evanescence and Black Veil Brides are still around.
You know, people say motionless in white, and for a minute I'm always like, well, and then I realize that I'm mixing it up with Requiem in white.
Yeah, I do that all the time. All the time.
Because people will say like, oh, motionless in white, and I'm like, I like some motion. Or wait, no, that's Requiem in white. No, I don't like any motionless in white. That stuff's awful.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I first heard about them when I was a moderator on Amino in a couple of Goth communities there. All the fucking 16-year-olds were like, yeah, motionless in white, so Goth. And I guess I heard a song or two, and I was like, what the hell?
Dave and Caroline, you both have paid your dues in the moderating these communities, so thank you both for your service.
Yeah.
All right.
Interestingly
Joe,
enough, as far as DJing goes, I have only had Evanescence requested out of the 3.
that's good to
still
hear.
pretty bad.
Okay.
It's very bad that it's bad that you got that request, but I'm glad to hear you didn't get the other ones. I'm glad to hear you didn't get like motionless and white, or what was the other one? Black Veil Bride.
Black
Oh, no
Veil
one's
Brides
gonna
are
request
apparently
Black
playing
Veil
in
Bride.
Adelaide soon,
But
so
who would request
yeah, I don't think I'm going
Evanescence?
to that gig.
No one's going to request that at the club, Black Veil Brides.
If
Like,
I
can you
went
fucking
to
imagine My Immortal playing at a goth club?
You know, I say that no one's gonna request Black Veil Brides, and there's probably gonna be some DJ, goth DJ in the chat, like, nope, actually, someone at the club last week.
yeah, people request. I've had people request Metallica before.
That's better.
People request, but in a goth club. Nirvana in
Were
a goth
they
club.
goths?
Come on.
Or-
I've actually heard Nirvana, but they were trying to kick us out, so I don't
Do
know.
you-
if that
Okay,
counts.
that's a little bit different, but yeah.
Still danced.
All right. So what do you rate this, Joe?
What do I rate this? Well, it's a good movie reference, and they play it perfectly to how he does it in the movie. For those who don't know, it's from School of Rock. Even that's relevant. I am going to. So it's relevant. It doesn't really. It does mention goth, so that gets points there. Say, 4 wrongs out of 5 wrongs.
All right, that's actually a better score than I expected. I think it's okay. I would give it a 3. I would actually be harsher than Elitist.
It kills
Joe.
misinformation. It does it well, and it
Yeah,
does it in
I
an
relate
entertaining
to
way.
this
It motivates.
so hard.
Elitist Joe is all about the motivation.
Yeah,
Motivate the
I guess David Caroline would probably appreciate it more as moderators in gated online communities.
Yeah,
Our years
definitely.
of experience, and we
Yeah.
still get this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, as Joe reminded me, when I used to mod on Vampire Freaks, the different cults there,
Oh.
it was the same thing as these
Oh, it was
days.
worse then.
Yeah, that is true. It was a lot more then. That is
Dave,
true.
you've really paid your dues.
I've done this so long now. It's kind of sad.
How do you think he got so good?
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
right.
I mean, you're the big leagues now, admin of r/goth. Here we are on the official talk show of r/goth. So.
Yep.
Damn right. Damn right.
All right. Okay, so what's the next meme?
Alright, give me a second. Enlarge that one. Let's do it like this.
I love this one.
Yeah, this one's pretty damn good. There we go. That should be somewhat seeable. So what it says up there at the top is goth couples.
Didn't they do a burger joke about Susie on Bob's Burgers?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't
I
see that
haven't seen
episode
that.
of Bob's Burgers, but
Done them for a few different
I'm
things, so
I'm
I
sad
can
that
imagine
I
there'd be-
haven't.
If there isn't a Susie one yet, there probably will be. They've done some other sort of subculture relevant ones before, which is pretty cool.
Nice. So this one says Goth.
They're
couples
just
at the
burger
top.
names for the burger of the day, but still, it's nice.
Yeah, and then so Linda says, "I want to look like Susie Sue," and Bob says, "Me too."
So relatable.
The irony being that it's Bob, named Bob, like Robert Smith, is also a Bob.
Aye.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
I heard when reading this out, I heard the Me Too in John Benjamin's voice. So.
I read them out in the characters' voices, yeah, definitely.
All right. So
I think
Joe-
it's fun. It's fun. It's it's pretty much it is what it is. What more could you say? And a lot of people can relate.
Yep.
So, 4 Susies out of 5 Susies.
Nice.
It is
good
what it
rating.
is, and it's relevant, and many people can relate to it.
4 out of 5 Susie. That's a great rating. All right, this one is Elitist Joe approved. So let's see what our next meme is.
All right, all right.
Oh my god. There is one that is worse though. Is that fuck, is it on the first album? The one that has a really loud scream at the end. I forget what song that is.
It's a common meme format enough, but it's like put name of song, insert whatever time the intro finishes or whatever into.
Oh yeah, Subway
yeah.
song.
Party
I was
time.
thinking it was something like Train. Yeah.
Oh yeah, was that on 3 Imaginary Boys?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It has
okay.
this really loud scream at the end, which gets me every single time, even though I expect it and try to turn it down.
I have that on vinyl. I say that all the time. I find myself saying I have that on vinyl like 10 times a day. I'm that person.
Superior.
Yeah, I'm that person. I just want everyone to know that I'm better than them, so that's
Oh,
why
okay.
that's why I let people know.
Okay. Well, I can. Yeah, let me see. The first one I can pull up here. Oh god, glare. Sorry.
I love it.
Nice.
But I was going to show.
Ooh.
Oh.
This is the
nice.
from Record Store Day last year. The double picture discs.
Nice.
Yep. Also from last year, I have the clear.
Oh, I
40th
have that one
anniversary.
too. Yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay.
So we can both be better than everyone else together.
Fuck yeah.
All right,
But,
Joe. It sounds like you're unimpressed by this meme. You've seen this stuff before.
Seen that format before, but I can't call the song offhand. I'm not that big of a Cure fan, so I'm
It
going to
starts off
abstain.
like pretty slow and quiet, and then it's.
Then suddenly it hits. Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Flipping
So
out
it doesn't-
Elitist Joe.
So it doesn't hit that hard then.
All right, let's just skip on to the next one. I'm sure we have.
I think if it was
it's-
Subway song, it would have been better because that one is even worse when it comes
Just
to the
hits
fucking
you,
volume.
hits you in the face with a sledgehammer. Or if it was, say, Ribbons by Sisters of Mercy, and they time it to the first time he screams "incoming."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not super loud, but yeah.
All right, switching.
Jarring.
All right, going into the next meme then.
I actually
As
sent
far
this
as
to
the
my
meme goes,
husband,
it's okay.
and it took him a while.
Oh yeah, this is definitely an in-joke.
It took me. It
You
took my
have to
husband a
explain
while
it. You have
because
to
he was
explain
like,
it
he
to
was
the
saying
folks who
it
don't
in
get it.
Norwegian. I was like, no, think in English. Oh my god.
Do we have to explain it for the people who don't know?
I feel
Fans
like
of the band?
Probably a good idea.
If people don't know this, oh my god.
They don't deserve to have it explained.
I am a Wayne
Bad.
Hussey fangirl for life, so
It's got the album, so vinyl, so yeah.
Oh, so you're better than us.
Well, this is
Touche.
the interesting thing. When I started collecting vinyl, I filled a lot of holes in my collection. Before that, I only ever had one CD by the band, and it was the Greatest Hits CD. Whereas I kept finding
shame
all of
on
their
you.
albums. I kept finding all of their albums on vinyl, so I was like, yeah, I'll grab that, I'll grab that, I'll grab that. Because it tends to be a case of, if I can find something local that's even remotely related to Goth, I'm going to pick it up just because it's there. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, I remember this song. I remember this. Yeah. And it turned out that I knew it, I just didn't have it. But the Greatest Hits had everything and covered all the bases anyway.
Yeah, I
Can be
have a
fun
lot
to
of the
have
classics.
For releases.
I have a lot
I think
of the
I've got the
classics on
12-inch
vinyl
single for
already.
this as well.
I actually don't have any Mission albums on vinyl. I know Caroline's.
Okay, I don't
take my
either,
goth
but-
card. Oh.
I'm a CD person, so
Okay, I collect vinyl records, and then I collect also obviously digital files for my like DJ hard drive.
Well, I'm not even
This
gonna
is the
say.
interesting thing with the Spotify DJs, isn't it? Because how many
I can't
people
believe
have
that's a
posted
thing.
in our goth complaining they took away burning from the inside? And it's like,
Wait,
if you weren't relying on Spotify to DJ, you wouldn't
Wait,
have a
no.
problem.
Spotifying is not DJing. That's playlisting.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Which I do make Spotify playlists because it's the easiest way to share out playlists. But I would not use that for a DJ set. I'm not even like a DJ. I'm like I'm a goth personality who occasionally will be asked to do a DJ thing, and I still have a hard drive of actual music files to pull into virtual DJ. So
But you
Yeah.
don't do a Paris Hilton of just press play and go,
she gets paid so much money for that too. Oh, what a life!
God.
All right.
I actually found this at a fucking Salvation Army. It's Summon Substance. It's kind of a compilation.
Nice.
What else you got?
nice.
And I'm not even gonna say that I'm not a The Mission fan.
I love their newest album. It like
It's actually
Wayne
pretty good, that
Hussey
one.
himself described it as like a cross between, I guess, First and Last Noways and God's Own Medicine, which I do agree with to an extent. And I also have the Goth Band-Aid, or Live Aid, as I call it. Read it as Remission.
Andrew Eldritch, you're on notice. Where's our fucking album?
Oh yeah.
Seen you
Yeah.
live. I know you've got new songs.
Yeah, I heard at least 3 new songs when I saw them in 2019, so...
I'm not gonna hold high hope for a new, like, you know, the quality of any new material. Just because I've heard that Eldritch is not as impressive these days.
Oh, you could barely hear him all show.
If you
I
like
went
Vision
to.
Thing era, you'll enjoy it. That's
Well,
the
who
best I can
does?
say.
I was about
Who?
to say a Vision. You know what? I don't mind a Vision thing, but it's it's not what I was hoping for out of my, like
I mean,
newer
if he
sister
releases
music.
a new album, it's going to be like that, and anyone that is
Yeah.
expecting anything else is going to be disappointed.
Okay,
Yeah.
Vision thing, my problem is it's like if you take Sisters of Mercy and then you add in flavors of what I like to call dad rock, like there was almost like a hard rock kind of dad rock sort of energy that came into the mix, and I'm like, whoa.
Rock, as Jess says in the chat.
At the same time, Vision thing kind of kicked off a wave of bands doing that sort of style. Defined what became well known in the 90s.
Yeah,
Which
see,
has its positives and its negatives.
I'm very picky about third wave goth rock. I do love some third wave goth rock. I love Rosetta Stone. I love Corpus Delicti. Some of those like 90s goth rock bands. I'm a little more of a second wave fan, but I do like The Mission. But I would say like my favorites are more like I love Sisters of Mercy. Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry is one of my all-time favorites.
They're great.
Some really good 80s second wave goth rock. And I've written the article about goth rock or done the video how many times, so but
we have 4 tickets for the Mission show that will hopefully happen next year. It was supposed to be last year and then this year.
They were supposed to do a tour in Australia and that got cancelled a couple of years ago. We're like, no! Would have been so good.
I guess that tour for last year was supposed to be only Europe, I think. And it was supposed to be like they would do 2 shows in every city. And like one day would be like odd numbered albums, and then the next day even numbered albums, but you wouldn't know which was which. They wanted you to buy tickets for both days. And they were pretty cheap too.
That's good at least.
It's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, and both rescheduled dates, Norway only gets 1 show. So that sucks. I've seen them before, but still. And also I'm kind of tempted to go to
good for me.
Mera Luna is having The Mission and Sisters play next time, which...
Oh, wow, that doesn't sound like typical Mera Luna stuff. Isn't Mera Luna usually like
there's
going to
be an interesting backstage.
Yeah, metal and
I tried
electronics.
Mera Luna in 2019, and the only goth band was Fields of the Nephilim. The rest of it was like Suicide Commando, V&V Nation, Death Stars, like gothic metal bands.
Okay, I am on the PR list for Metropolis Records, so I get all that stuff in through my PR email. But you know what, Metropolis, I will say they've got some goth artists on the label. She Passed Away, I believe, is on Metropolis. Bauhaus is on Metropolis, I think. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they even though Metropolis is a little more on the industrial, electronic, techno, like that kind of stuff, they do have some goth artists on the label. All right, so we going to explain the meme?
Oh, we haven't explained.
No, nothing has been explained
Well,
yet.
what's there to explain? It's there.
Okay,
You have a butterfly and you have a wheel. Where is the butterfly located?
This is like all of those like
Google it, plebs.
Susie in a jacuzzi or sloth on the goth, or those kind of memes, and a lot of people take some time with those.
When I first saw this one, I got it right away. But some people do, some people don't. It depends if you've got Mission on the brain or not.
I do.
Caroline always has
Motivated
the
to
Mission
look it
on the
up.
brain.
Right?
I feel like I'm the representative on Gothy Discord for the Mission.
Well, you
Like, always
did the
pushing
mission for Project Goth playlist, right?
Yeah, I did. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Shit.
It has
man.
been.
Yeah, like I said, what is time?
Oh my god. Okay. Do we have any more memes?
I believe we do. Let's see what happens. Ah, yes, we do.
Oh my god.
Vladislav and the Vlad scenes.
Yes.
Okay, so this one, it has Vlad from What We Do in the Shadows. It says Vladislav and the Vlad seeds, dead but delicious. Oh, I love that line too. I always quote that line. I go for a look which I call dead but delicious.
Oh yeah. I think the best memes are probably the What We Do in the Shadows memes.
Yeah, they are pretty damn good.
They're socially relevant too because it's
Right.
fairly new. There's not too
Yeah.
many of them.
Yeah,
In a
I
few
had some
years,
people
though,
tell
they
me
will be
that
sick of them.
they were considering the movie old, and I'm like, what? And it's from like 2014, and I'm like, that's not old, people. That's pretty new.
Nosferatu! That's old!
That's old.
Right?
Like, What We Do in the Shadows also had like a short film that was like probably 15 years ago. I guess you can call that old by now. That was like kind of a
Says who?
homemade.
Says who? Who calls that old?
People will consider movies old like really quickly. It's so weird.
I've been doing this goth stuff for 15 years. So
Cry on bridges and shit.
cry on bridges, dance like slow motion bird. Every time I pass by all these churches and I don't even say thank you God.
Goth shit.
Goth stuff, yeah.
I think we can all agree this is 5 Vlad seeds out of 5 Vlad seeds.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
5
Vlad-
deads out of 5 deliciousness.
Yes. I would rate it that high just for how much I laughed at the pun Vladislav and the Vlad scenes.
Yes!
Right? So good.
It's not necessarily goth, but it's kind of within the subculture, so it's close enough.
Well,
Yeah, I'd say
I
it's
would
like
say
culturally relevant.
It's the sort of thing that goths like and would share.
well, I would say that Nick Cave is about as goth adjacent as it gets. So
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like he was in that Berlin scene with the birthday party and all that. Like he was in there, and he was influential. So
yeah, that's highly goth adjacent. Like
and he also made fun of goths.
I think there's different levels of goth adjacentness. And so he's in that like first rung where it's like you're a stone's throw away from goth.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So next meme.
All right, that is all of them, apparently.
Oh.
We went through
Okay,
all of
so
them.
All right.
That's okay because we have about 20-ish minutes left if we're trying to keep these like within a 2-hour window. So I wanted to ask Elitist Joe if we could speak with his arch enemy ATAC. So ATAC can let us know about some of his projects and what he's got going on.
You want to talk to that poser for? Can motivate you.
Well, I feel like I've been thoroughly motivated for
He
the day.
may have created me. I have surpassed him on every level. You want to talk to him?
Yes, dock me my goth points.
Fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience. If you were unaware, Joe, the man behind the Elitist
The latest Joe put
meme.
this shirt on. Bastard.
Yeah. Joe, the man behind the Elitist Joe memes, does have multiple multiple projects, multiple personas. So we we now have DJ ATAC with us. So, ATAC, why don't you give us a rundown of some of the projects that you have going on, the work that you do in the goth scene, and kind of your background in the subculture?
Oh, geez, where do I start? There's so much. Okay, I guess I could start with the stuff I've been doing locally. I've been DJing since 2008, and as an event organiser as well as just DJing here and there. Recently, or before COVID, until it scuttled everything, the main two events I was involved in running was La Chambre, which is sort of more the goth death rock 80s event, and a lot of post-punk there as well. The other event was Cybermorph, which is I've described as a cyber industrial event. I happen to be one of those genre creators that likes both goth and industrial. And
Never
I
heard of
actually
that
can tell the
before.
difference.
Never heard
Outrage.
I
of
can
that
tell the difference
combination.
though. So that's always a good thing, being able to tell the difference. And it keeps the local elite happy as well, because I'm not going. I deliberately avoid the word goth with the industrial events like the plague.
Yeah.
I don't want to confuse people. If I advertise it, you're going to get it. Let's see, I've also been writing articles for the Belfry Network. Of course, people have probably seen or heard me on the Gothquisition. With the various episodes we've done, even though I tend to amp things up a little bit just for laughs. I've heard people describe me as obnoxious. It's like, well, congratulations, that's the point. Was also the guest on the 4th episode of Cemetery Confessions, which, take a guess what the topic was.
Elitism?
Got it.
Okay.
That mainly came because I was writing fan mail to Danny at the time, and he had a very different view of goth at the beginning where they are at now. And so I was writing all these letters, and I was the only one that was writing fan mail, so finally decided to do elitist. And I was like, well, this guy's really elitist, let's put him on the show. But I was already writing articles for Belfry at that point anyway. But I'd known Danny for a while.
That was that's an interesting start to your friendship.
Yeah. Oh, I knew Danny when a Death Rockets meme group was going. We were both sort of found what they did funny. A lot of the stuff they did back then, though, wouldn't fly today. Times have changed. Standards have changed. I mean, I used to make some memes that wouldn't fly today either. That is what have kind of eventually led towards Elitist Joe. And picture with Elitist Joe, as you can see on the t-shirt.
Oh my god!
That picture was taken at an event I was working at, I think it was 2010 or 2011. And
The
I saw the
infamous
picture.
shot.
It reminded me of that meme, The Most Interesting Man in the World.
Yeah.
The Don Equus meme or whatever it's called.
Oh, the
and I
Stuckies,
thought
yeah.
that'd yes, and I thought that'd make a really interesting meme template. I sort of thought I've got to remember that. I forgot about it for a few years, and then sort of got it back and found it one day and just made about 50 odd memes using that picture. And I thought I could start a Facebook group just focused on this Elitist Joe character. And a lot of the memes, for a while, people didn't know if I was taking the piss out of elitism, if I was an elitist myself.
People still don't get
Combination
it.
of the two. No, and the fact is, it is in many ways a combination of the two. As well as that, I've also got my YouTube channel. I did have some stuff on SoundCloud for a while. Other DJ personas, there's about 4 of them in total. We've got ATAC doing the dark alternative stuff. Jelly, who was the troll DJ, doing. Now Jelly's kind of evolved and doing more ravey music. I'm actually DJing next month at a local event called the Fur Ball. So I'm partying with the furries, and people are like, what? It's like, those guys love to party. They love that stuff, and I'm happy to play for them. And I've been told to play more ravey music, so it's like, okay, I'm going to focus on Russian hard bass and hard style. That one, so that'll be interesting. It's really big departure from what I normally do. DJ Jovi was my sort of hard rock metal persona.
Oh,
who's
so
only
that's
ever done
like your
one
Rock
gig.
of Ages?
Yeah, Rock of Ages and Retro Steel, but the actual persona only DJ'd for one event, and then we canned it. As it turns out, people into those genres tend to prefer live bands. The only reason why our first event did really well on New Year's is because there were no live bands playing. So, yeah, it happens. I've had that many events over the years. You're going to have hits and misses. So, and one of the things I've done writing for Belfry is a bunch of articles, like you mentioned last time, about starting events and so forth. But something I do want to stress to people is you're not always going to succeed. And it isn't how many times you fail, that if you keep going, people are going to eventually get behind you because they'll recognise you. And, of course, don't be a jerk. Don't be like Elitist Joe. He's a character. Don't be like me on the Gothquisition. I'm deliberately amping it up. Whereas people see that and they think, well, the guy's an arsehole, but he's doing well in real life. What's the deal? It's because I don't act like that. I don't go around calling people posers. I may be silently judging them in my mind, but I'm not going to tell them. Because that would be mean. That would be wrong.
Solid advice, yeah. That's very wise.
And for a long time, though, even in the 90s, people ran events were jerks, and they could get away with it. You can't get away with it anymore. You've got to win the people over. And yeah, there's different ways of doing it and that. And with COVID, that's been a total game changer as well. Like, here in Adelaide, the venues, a lot of the venues we had before aren't there anymore. And a lot of the venues that were there have changed their rules. One venue we were going to work at now wants a minimum spend over the bar, or they charge a few $100s. Which, if I have a bad night, I'm not going to have the few $100s to give them. So that's basically made that venue impossible to work with, so I've had to look into other options. I'm still in the process of looking into that, but hopefully we'll get other events happening before the end of the year. I did have another event that was running at another venue that we tried to sort of tailor towards the venue because it was more metal oriented. And it did well for a while pre-COVID. Post-COVID, when we weren't charging entry, it did all right. But as soon as we started charging on the door, because there was still dance restrictions, like you weren't allowed to dance, you weren't allowed to stand up with an alcoholic drink, and they actually came round and checked and fined venues if you broke the rules. Plus you had the COVID check-ins and that too. It was really strict. And that kind of killed interest, because for a while people were like, yay, we can go out again. But then suddenly it's like, no, we're bored of this. We want to be able to dance. Let us dance, please. Meanwhile, you could have a house party at home. You could dance your heads off. Something I also do on my YouTube channel, a lot of that stuff. I think that pretty much covers everything I do, I reckon.
Oh, that's all. that's a lot. No, you do a lot for the scene. And I do want to say that, Joe, you've given me a lot of sound advice over the past few years when it comes to the online, Goth social media and YouTube and stuff, because I was new to kind of like that universe of Goth YouTube when I started making videos. I was very much used to the real world, Goth community and certain corners of online forums. I mean, I did, interact with Goths on MySpace and through Reddit and Discord, but that goth YouTube space, it's kind of its own culture, and I didn't know
is.
much about it, and Joe definitely
Never
helped
look
me
at the
out.
comments. Never
Yeah,
look at the comments.
oh, I read all of my comments. I mean, I need to. How else am I going to improve? I need to see what shitty people sitting in their house judging me from their high horse have to say. Because whatever they take issue
Come on,
with,
I'm not that bad.
I've gotten some pretty great comments. Some of my favorite comments on my YouTube channel have been like the shitty ones. Actually, some of them are kind of funny.
You can be a jerk, but be an entertaining jerk. Try to be the entertaining jerk.
Exactly. I think my something about my camera picture on the screen there is blurry.
Oh shit.
Yeah, looking into it.
It's like confetti.
I don't know what the hell
censored.
happened there.
That's pretty.
my
That's
God.
pretty low res.
A little bit.
It's worse
Little
than
bit.
me.
I mean, with a lot of the things
yeah.
I do, I like it when
we
I
go.
help give someone a start, like a new DJ through an event or something, and then they surpass what I'm doing. I think that's fantastic, you know? Because you help people out along the way. People helped me when I was new, and I do the same thing for them. And that's how we keep things going.
Yeah, there were a few people who gave me some encouragement and helped give me some guidance when I started up with doing YouTube. Joe, you did. Michelle of Skullgirdle RIP did. There were a few people who helped kind of point me in the right direction when it came to goth YouTube.
That's the other thing I've found that's come in handy too. With Lashambra, I've been putting international people I know on the flyers. And so I've had a few people I know, and sort of makes things interesting. Plus, I see it as like, I don't want to do the whole I don't know what's the right way of putting it. Semi-clad woman covered in blood. You know the sort of thing I mean.
Oh,
that a lot of
yeah.
events use on flyers. I don't want that. I want to keep things a little more classy.
Yep.
Yeah, going to the lowest denominator does work and does get numbers, but still got to live with myself doing it.
Yeah, like
Whereas-
the hypersexualized
I- someone-
advertisements.
Yeah, I get someone though that people might know internationally and think, hey, he's got international ties. This guy really does know what he's talking about. It adds some legitimacy to the event. And plus, people get a kick out of it when I send them a copy of the flyer and they can show it off. It's like, hey, this country on the other side of the world, they've stuck me on a flyer. Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty
Love
cool.
that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I plan to do more of that. 'Cause I still know plenty of people overseas, including you guys.
Yeah, it's really cool what we have going on here with this like community and like the whole Gothy community and everything being so global. And here on Gothy Roundtable, Caroline, Dave, and I were in 3 different countries, and then you're in Australia, so we have 3 very different time zones right now. I had to get up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday my time for this, but it was so worth it.
Here I am. It's currently 11:23 p.m. I'm actually missing out watching a Formula One Grand Prix for this, but I'll watch it later.
Oh, well, I'm honored
Yes,
that
minus 10 gold points for me for liking a sport.
yeah.
It is an elite sport, so I get elitism points for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm honored that you decided to miss that to join us today.
Yes, I'm here gracing you with my presence.
Yes.
As graceless
We're honored.
as it is.
So I mentioned
Graham sounding like a let us go.
Speaking of Skullgirdle, I mentioned Michelle Skullgirdle RIP. I wanted to let the viewers who are watching know that next month our episode of Gothy Roundtable is going to feature Michelle of Skullgirdle RIP as our guest, and the topic is going to be DIY.
Ooh.
So we're going to
Well,
do a
that'll be
DIY or
interesting.
die episode, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, that's fun. I'm going to try and catch the live one this time. Last time I watched it on the YouTube channel, which is still good, but I've been noticing, like, I have actually been seeing the occasional comment as I've been doing it, but I haven't really had much that I could really say back to it today. I do like that aspect of it. I mean, when you're uploading videos, like as Kelly said too, where you're not doing it live, you can't really interact. Or even when I was doing the live DJing, you're too busy DJing to interact.
Yeah, it's hard.
Do you find that, Caroline? You DJing?
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes I've been like too involved in the chat, like, oh shit, this song is ending, fuck, or even just too busy dancing.
That can happen too.
Yep.
Oh, so easy for that to happen. It's like, hang on, I haven't queued up the next song yet. Oh no, I know. And then you put something on, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm glad we have
we're having fun, so...
I'm glad that Dave is so on top of the chat and these things. You know, I can be a good mouthpiece, but I'm bad at keeping up with like live chat and live streams. So.
I try.
Pro.
I don't know if I would say that, but thank you.
Dave is the tech guy.
Yes.
Need the tech guy. He holds it all together, keeps it running.
Yep.
I do my best.
Yeah.
Had some technical stuff, getting stuff sorted before this, and got it together. Did a great job.
This show is a 3-person job.
Absolutely, 100%.
Go ahead.
And yeah, I'd just like to say to everyone that's watching, thanks for sticking it out, and hope we've been entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know about Elitist Joe, he's a jerk, but hey, could be one of those amusing jerks, I don't know.
Yeah, oh my god, I feel so un-goth. I've smiled and laughed so much during this that it hurts.
Oh yeah, we got on our happy faces. This is very un-goth.
Did I hear correctly? Did he judge me?
He placed judgment upon us all.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's
so you know
typical Joe. He does that.
If he's gonna bring you down, at least you're in good company.
At least he's not as bad as Jelly. Jelly just sends you a bunch of offensive memes. I mean, that's worse.
See, that's my jam. I'd be down with that.
Spam me with dick pics if he had the chance.
Oh.
Got.
So, any closing remarks from you, ATAC, Joe, Elitist Joe?
Let's see. Well, I don't like to say like and subscribe, so don't like and subscribe. Elitist Joe has a merch store, but I made it as a joke, as a parody of merch stores, so don't buy anything from there. Do listen to the Mixcloud mixes I make, because I do have some interesting stuff I like to play, and I even do some live mixing in there, me doing all the weird effects and stuff, which can be fun. And yeah, come again to the next Gothy Roundtable. In fact, join the Gothy Discord. I've been a member there since, if not day 1, day 2 or 3.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm not sure what else to say really, but plug.
All right, great. So
And I would like to mention though that I also have an Elitist Gatekeeper t-shirt, but I'm not a conformist like these people, so I decided not to wear it.
All right.
Fair enough.
Besides, I've got my own shirt. I am
better.
that pretentious that I would wear myself on a t-shirt.
I love the shirt. So, Dave, Caroline, any final thoughts from you two?
Not really. I'm excited for the next one. Skullgirl is great, so that'll be fun.
Yes.
Looking
She's
forward
awesome.
to watching it.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, kind of the same there. Looking forward to the next one. If you haven't already, join Gothy Discord. It's lovely. And yeah, if there are any...
Yeah, we're also on Facebook now. We have a page for Gothy
Yes.
Roundtable. So if you want to get updates on if there's any changes to the episodes or what time we're going to be live streaming next month, then you can follow our Facebook page for the updates. Just search Gothy Roundtable on Facebook, and our the profile picture for our page has the Goth Police logo.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah. So I think we're up on 2 hours now, and we can call it a wrap on our Goth memes episode. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you to everyone
for
who
having
joined in
me.
the live chat. This is a little outside of the usual time that we do these. So thanks to everyone who tuned in live. This will go up on my YouTube channel for playback in probably about a week or so. So I'll get that out onto all the social media platforms once it's available. So there you have it, folks. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, and see you next time.